Okay, awesome, excellent. We are rolling. I hope you are having a phenomenal day, Flagstaff. Now, this is a very special episode, not just because we have another guest with us, but because this could potentially be one of the biggest, baddest, most longest episodes in Alluring audio history. Right here, I have with me not just my friend, but my pal, Caleb. Caleb, why don't you go ahead and tell the guests and the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Hi there. So I'm Caleb Lorca. I am good friends with Mikey. I'm honored to be on this amazing show. I'm a film major here at NAU, and I also have a radio show here on KJAC as well from every Friday, or at least I try to, every 10 to 11, called Caleb's Comic Corner. And if you haven't already tell by the getup I'm dressed up as, huge Iron Fist fan, but I do like everything Marvel, so I do that. And yeah, I'm just really happy to be here. I'm really excited to see how this episode goes.
Oh yeah, me too. For those of you who missed it, that's Caleb's Comic Corner from 10 to 11 right here on our very own radio station, KLJX LP Flagstaff 107.1 FM, or just listen at kjackradio.com. Now, Caleb, what are we going to be doing tonight?
From my understanding, I hear that we were going to make in this hour, we're going to make a movie. We're going to make a very quick and amazing superhero movie.
That is right. Watch out, Disney. Watch out, MCU. We are making a movie way more epic, way more cool, way more better than anything to come out after Endgame. And we're going to do it all live on the radio in the span of an hour. Now, Caleb, what would you say the first step in making a movie is?
I mean, always, as a scriptwriter, you need to write the script first. We need a story.
Oh, a script and a story is huge, because,
oh yeah,
that's what happens. And how can you make something happen in a movie if you don't know what happens?
Exactly. Not all of us can be Jim Carrey and just do it off the fly. We need some structure
Right
a
on.
little bit, yeah.
Well, let's bust open that laptop in a Google document and let's get a script cranked out.
Let's do it.
Now, Caleb is actually directing a very superb, very awesome action movie that he wrote himself called The Way of Liquor. It's about this little insecure young man who finds he has this uncanny power to be a kung fu master, not unlike Iron Fist when he gets shit-faced. I was lucky enough to be behind the camera on this film, and on set it was just a blast. The script was great, the action is looking very tight. I'm quite excited about it.
Yeah, and I also have to give credit because Mikey here, he was the cameraman, so he got all the nice shots. There's some pretty cool stuff. I don't want to give away too much, but we have some cool one-shot fight scenes, and he did fantastic. So if anything too, he also brought the magic to life as well. It's really great.
All the compliments are being dispensed, I should say. Caleb is editing 3 projects this semester, and he is crushing it. Well, friends, it looks like we have our script ready.
Perfect.
I'll hold it tight for you so you can go ahead and type.
Perfect. All right.
We should start with the title. I'm thinking something very simple but catchy. Now, you're dressed as Iron Fist. I'm a supervillain of my own design, the Big Bad Barracuda. So why don't we just call it Iron Fist versus the Big Bad Barracuda?
Yeah, we can do that. That definitely could work.
Okay.
We got the title already, so we're on a good start here.
Boy, how should we introduce the film? Should we start with Big Bad Barracuda being big and bad, or should we start with Iron Fist fisting some iron?
Exactly. We should start with the Big Bad Barracuda. We want to really show how bad this Barracuda is, you know? Just how big and how bad. Yeah, exactly.
We're here in a DJ booth, so what I'm thinking, Big Bad Barracuda is a DJ supervillain. He's an evil DJ. And so we'll start with a shot of him doing DJ stuff, playing some music that's going to hypnotize the crowd into jumping into the ocean where the Big Bad Barracuda can eat them. Let's get some of those sexy typing noises. Whoa, what a literary soundbite.
Oh, yeah.
I think this would now make sense for us to introduce Iron Fist. You could come and do like a cool superhero landing now. The MCU has become rather infamous for its one-liners, so I think this would be a good part for him to make a quick one-liner. What line should he spout out?
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, there's a lot of good options you can go with, especially, I think for this one, we should do something about, I don't know, this fish is about to get fisted, That could be one.
I like that. Yeah, put that in the movie.
Perfect. I think we got a good setup. We got a good entry.
We got a great setup. I think we'll throw in a witty little retort here. Maybe I'll say something like, "Au contraire, the big bad barracuda's got the hottest beats on the air, and you'll find that the iron is the one that will get fisted."
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think that's enough setup for the character's arc and the hero's journey. So from here, we'll go into a fight scene. I think that's something that will work best if we do that on our feet.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It could be kind of hard to just stand around and try to do a fight scene just like that.
All right, so for this, let's have you channel your inner hero. What are you gonna say at the end of the fight scene? What should your line be?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's really good. Let's see. The heart of the dragon needs some really good sushi right about now. Something like that, maybe. Sounds like a pretty cool thing. I don't know. Let's see. Big fight scene happens. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. I think we got it right here.
Yeah, and then I'll wave my fist and say, "I'll get you next time, Iron Fist."
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, and then we'll end on a super cool, super heroic shot of you. Oh, this is Kino. This is cinema gold right here.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood would never be this ambitious. This is a really great thing. Oh, I think we got the film script done. Yeah.
Yeah, now we have the script done. I think it's about time that we set up the gear. The biggest perk of being a film student is that you get to play with all the fun, cool toys. So, right here we've got a handy dandy tripod. For those of you who don't know what a tripod is, it's a pod that tries.
It really does, yeah.
And what it tries to do is hold up the camera, and I'd say it does that exceptionally well.
I think so, honestly, yeah. 10 out of 10 effort there.
That's an excellent segue into our next piece of gear. The camera. We're going to be shooting on this sexy, curvy Blackmagic 6K Pocket Cinema. It's a staple of NAU student films because it shoots in 6K, and it's just the best.
It's amazing.
For our lens, I went with a 16 millimeter. For those of you who don't know, lenses are typically numbered. They'll say like 16 millimeters, 35 millimeters, and essentially, the higher the number, the closer the lens is. So like a 105 millimeter, that's something you could shoot something really far away. I went with the 16 because we're in a cramped spot, so it'll showcase everything that goes on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so typically you would use some audio gear, but it truly wouldn't be a student film if we neglected the audio. So we'll just use in-camera audio for this movie. I think that will save us a lot of time and energy. Absolutely. Now, I'm going to grab my keys so we can screw the camera into the tripod and get some sweet, sexy sound bites of that as it happens.
Oh yeah. And while I do that, I'm going to readjust my hand wraps because it's getting loose, so you might hear some nice Velcro sounds.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking this plate off of the tripod, and this screw is going to go into the camera's hole, and you're just going to screw in the hole nice and tight until it's stiff.
Oh yeah. I want to make sure it's very stiff, very tight.
You can't see it because it's behind the booth, but trust me, I am screwing this hole. Oh yeah, that only took about 5 seconds, which is actually the average time it takes a film major to screw. So we'll pop that on the tripod.
Oh yeah. Mikey here is a doctor in the human behavior at NAU, and he really has on point, so trust everything he says.
Okay, now this is my favorite part, is putting the lens on the camera. I'll actually raise up the tripod legs so that you can see that happen, because oh me, oh my, it's just wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, Caleb.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
Can you extend that one?
I
Wait
got
a second leg.
I gotcha. There we go. Perfect.
Now that we have those legs all sexy and extended, it's time for the best part.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. Probably my favorite part of all night.
Ooh, look at it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, did you hear that click? What a great sound that is. It just sends a little tingle down my spine every single time. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't put some storage in the camera, because otherwise I just won't be able to record.
Exactly.
So I'll just plug that in.
And for those of you who don't know, this is a luxurious, pristine, solid-state drive, also known as SSD. And it is so amazing. It holds up to 1 terabyte. A lot of things you can stuff it with. So much so.
Oh yeah. Now this is where the going gets good. We're gonna set up the camera settings. You can see right here, the lens is closed all the way. We want some more light, but also a good depth of field. So I think we'll just go to about f8. That way enough stuff is in focus, but we're still getting lots of light in the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna set this up here on camera so I can make sure my measurements are right.
Oh, perfect.
It's still looking quite dark, so I'm just gonna take our ISO and I'm gonna bump that all the way up, just as high as it goes. That's the key to proper camera work. You want to make sure that you've got your ISO set all the way up so it gets all of the light. People tell you about noise and grain and all this other made up nonsense. Just crank that ISO.
Oh yeah. You know, they say
Now that the camera's set up, we should dress the set. And by dress the set, I just mean move some chairs out of the way.
Oh yeah. By the way, for those who aren't film savvy as much, there's nothing more relaxing than staring just straight dead into the lens. That black hole, it makes you have a lot of self-reflection, makes you look inside yourself. It's a very peaceful, very transcendent type of feeling. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, Caleb, what was that first shot on our list?
So the first shot was basically you're being the big bad barracuda on the big bad airwaves, and you're hypnotizing your listeners with your really rad signals that you're sending out.
Sounds good. Let's get the camera set up on me doing that.
Absolutely. Oh, this looks fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm loving this. Perfect.
Cool. Okay, Caleb, I'm in position. why don't you go ahead and set up the frame and the focus?
Perfect.
And I'll let you direct me. You can call action out of that.
Alright. Alrighty. That's pretty good. I'm liking that. It's a sexy
liking
shot.
that?
Oh yeah. Alright.
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh,
we
yeah.
forgot to format the drive.
That is a fair
So
point.
silly of us.
Oh no, it's okay. Or maybe it's already formatted, who knows?
It shouldn't be. What the fuck? Bear with us, folks. We're having some technical difficulties.
Oh yeah. It looks like you was doing it. I think it played back, that's why I think we're good.
Okay, then. We should have plenty of storage.
Oh yeah.
Well, then I will go on your mark.
Alright, perfect. Quiet on set. Action.
What is happening, New York? This is the Big Bad Barracuda sending you the zestiest songs. I hope you're getting in tune. I hope you're getting in rhythm. And I hope you're ready to jump in the ocean soon where the Barracuda's gonna bite.
And that's
How
a,
was that?
and that's a cut. That was perfect. That is what we call a one-take wonder. He is a professional.
That was wonderful. I think it's time we get some more action in here.
Absolutely.
So we'll just have you leap into frame and we'll have you say your line.
Absolutely. I have to check my line really quick, so bear with me, folks. Gotta do that. Okay.
So I'll just have you start from over there and you're just gonna jump into a cool superhero pose.
Sounds good.
And then you'll say your line. You ready?
I'm ready.
Action.
Stop right there, Triple B. Otherwise, this fish is about to get fisted.
Oh my god. Oh, that was so awesome. I even forgot we were filming. I was just carried away by the moment.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, what's our next shot?
The next shot, you get to say your retort, your witty comeback.
Oh yes, let me check the link.
Oh, exactly.
Okay. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Sounds good. I'll even act a little surprised, like I wasn't expecting to see a superhero.
I like that. I like that. And action.
Au contraire, the Big Bad Barracuda has the freshest beats on the air. You'll find it's the iron that's about to get fisted.
And God, that was amazing.
That felt badass.
It did. Oh my gosh, I could feel that villainous energy.
Awesome.
I feel threatened.
What happens next? I think that's our fight scene.
The big fight scene.
The
shot.
big fight scene.
Here
We'll
we
start
go.
here with a shot of you attacking.
All right.
Yeah, so you're just gonna lunge and throw a punch. Maybe do one right at the camera. I think
Yeah.
that would be neat. Action. Oh, dude, that was so dope.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay.
That felt good.
Yeah. Then we'll go for a really wide shot
Alrighty.
right here. Can I have you stand right here? We'll shoot you in frame a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then let me get that focus on you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool, now we'll do our fight. Is it recording?
It is.
It's recording,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Step in a little more.
I think that was perfect. That
was
was really
perfect.
good. That was rad.
Cool. Now we'll set it up right here and we'll get the shots of you hitting me from this side.
Oh yeah. Perfect. All right. And action. I think this is turning out to be amazing.
This
Very
is
perfect.
amazing right here. MCU, watch out. We're coming for you. Phase 5, all these guys. We're the new Russo brothers.
Oh yeah.
Cool, so now this is gonna be your cool shot. I'm gonna get a nice heroic low angle for this.
Nice.
Okay, you ready for your line?
Oh yes, right, the line. All right.
And for your eye line, I'm gonna be down here.
Gotcha. Do you want me to go down there?
No,
Go
you're just
down
gonna
there?
look at me.
Gotcha. All right. victory is mine. The heart of the dragon has built up an appetite for sushi right about now.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh yeah.
So good.
That
so
felt great.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I'll get down the ground.
Perfect.
I'll pretend like I'm beating really badly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And I'll get that low angle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I love that. That's perfect. All right. And action.
I'll get you next time, Iron Fist.
And cut. That was perfect. I think we got it
Wonderful.
in the bag.
Let's just do one more shot of you. You're gonna look stoic and just fly away, even though Iron Fist can't fly. I think that'd be a good ending. We'll just have you like jump and fly out of frame.
Just like jump out, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm gonna get a little lower for this. Oh yeah, that's looking great. And action. Wow, guys.
Oh yeah.
It's only been like 20 minutes into the show and we just shot a whole frickin' movie.
That's a wrap.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Good work, Brother Will. Now it's time for, I think, one of the most underappreciated parts of the entire process, and that's editing.
Absolutely. I'm excited. This is my favorite part of filmmaking.
While I tear down the gear, we'll have Caleb start setting up his edit and he'll tell you a little bit about the process.
Oh yeah.
I'll leave them media right here on the desk for you.
Perfect. And I'm gonna start taking off some of my bands, so you might hear a little bit of that.
Oh, let's get that sound. Now that was a zesty soundbite.
Oh yeah. Perfect. All right. All right. I'm just gonna put that over. I will be right back.
For those of you listening right now, I hope you're able to pick up all the sounds of this camera gear. I hope it's not just dead air on the radio. We've had several discussions about it in the KJAC team meetings. They have not been my fault, thankfully, because as I'm sure you all know, I rarely do this show. But when I do, it is quite a treat, and I hope you appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So, for anybody who does editing, the first thing first, you need to make sure you offload or take off and transfer your data. Because if you don't, you could lose it and then you don't get a film. So that's number uno. Make sure to plug it in and make sure you transfer it. And right there, you just plugged it right in the port, just put it in the hole, and we just wait for it to load.
That's all filmmaking is. You could say it's just a 3-month process of plugging holes.
It really is. That is the most poetic way of describing that.
Thank you. I just came up with that.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Perfect. So we got our movie here, we got our clips. So the next thing you want to do is make sure to get an editing software. So a lot of things have it. If you have an Apple, you can use iMovie if you want. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to get the fanciest thing to make a movie. So for me, I like to use Adobe Premiere. It's one of the very top of the line editing softwares. It's one of my favorites to use. It's very easy, I think. And has a bit of everything that you need to do, nothing too fancy. So we're gonna make a new project in
I
this.
quite agree. I use Premiere in a lot of my work.
Exactly.
And DaVinci is very powerful, but I find Premiere to be much more streamlined.
Oh yeah. So what you want to do is you want to create your project. I named it Alluring Audio Iron Fist versus BBB because that's the title of the movie, right? So we gotta make
else
sure.
would you call it?
Exactly. You could name it anything, but I think it's best that we name it after the movie we're making. Otherwise, we might confuse some people. So next up, we are going to import all the videos we have. So importing means putting all the clips from that SSD I told you about and putting it into your editing software so you can play with it as much as you want. Think of like grabbing all your toys from a box, putting it on there, boom, there it is. That's how it goes.
It's a great way of putting it. And that's all filmmaking is. It's just playing. Whenever I do the show, I feel like I'm just playing with myself and with a bunch of my best friends.
Oh yeah.
We're all in here playing with each other together.
It is, yeah. It's a very fun time. It's mutually fun for everybody. It's a great time.
Very great time.
So the first thing you want to do is you want to go through every one of these clips, and I find it best that you should cut it up. So cut off the beginning after the person says action, and then cut it right before when they say cut. Then you got your clip, and you're making moolah right now. That's how you go.
That's how you do it.
So we have this sexy shot of Mikey really bopping it on the beats right there.
It is a very sexy shot, and don't you worry, you'll get to see it. We'll upload this movie onto the Alluring audio channel for you all to see the first ever Alluring audio movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna go through and do his thing. I just realized that we forgot to get some music for the film. You can't have a superhero movie without some super music. So I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna record a sick little ditty for Iron Fist to kick some ass to.
Oh yeah.
Au contraire, the big bad barracuda has the freshest beats on the air. You'll find it's the iron that's about to get fisted.
That's the best part about all of this is you get to listen to these actors give their performances, and it's just beautiful. Luckily, here in studio, we have a master at acting, Michael Eggert here. So that's why it's perfect. That's why we got everything done in one take. We didn't need to do 2 takes like some chumps out there, you know, some amateurs a little bit. We're
An actor
professionals.
is nothing without his director. And I cannot understate Caleb's directing capabilities.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna just record a little song now for you all. Na 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 na. Wow, wow. Na 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 na. Wow, wow. Na 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 na. Wow, wow. Ba-da-da, wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ah, wow. I think that was pretty sick, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I would say definitely, you know. That single track could equate to everything John Williams ever did. That was perfection, above perfection.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. I took a little inspiration from the song Barracuda because it's very kick-ass and it's about a barracuda.
You know
so I
what?
think it ties into the themes of the movie.
That is very clever. That's very clever.
Thank you. Are you able to airdrop on your Mac, or should I share this with you through Drive?
You can absolutely drop it. It's an Apple, so we should definitely make this
Oh,
work.
wonderful. I will airdrop that to you right now.
Absolutely perfect.
I'll get you next time, Iron Fist. And action. And I'm just going through and sharing that right now. I'm sorry it's not the most exciting sounds.
No,
but
it's
I
all
promise
good.
to you, it will all be worth it once you see the movie.
Absolutely. Perfect. All right, so what I did now is I made sure to get all the clips, and I multitasked a little bit. So I watched the clips, seeing how it was playing together, and I think we're ready to assemble it one by one, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the fun part. We're going to do that right now. So this is what's called an assembly cut. You get all your clips together, put it all in the order you want, how it's paced out, and then after that, it's good to go. It's like a really nice puzzle, I would say. I always call this a nice jigsaw puzzle.
It's quite a nice jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
Now, while we're on the topic of editing and on the sound-themed show, Caleb has a very remarkable talent with syncing up audio. Typically, you record your audio on a separate device from your camera, and you sync it in the edit. Caleb is able to sync it all up by ear. I was editing with him late last night, and it's remarkable. He could just listen for 2 seconds to each clip and get it matched perfectly with the audio. I was rather quite impressed.
Yeah, and honestly, it was an ability that comes from another superhero that I could have been, which is the Daredevil, obviously. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just a skill you learn. It's pretty fun.
So yeah, would you look at that? Filmmaking is a superpower.
Oh yeah.
Now, Caleb, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
That is a good question. I always say that it would be kind of cool to either have anything for fast travel, so either it be flying or teleporting or super speed. I can't figure. I think I would like flight, because then you can go with the scenic route. You can look at all the most beautiful places in the world from a distance and just have the wind go through your hair. It's a very beautiful power, I think.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And you could just float a few inches off the ground and pretend you're 6 feet tall. No one would ever know the difference if you wore like a long dress or a cloak or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
So beautiful.
Perfect. This is coming along really nicely right
I'm
now.
gonna take my mic off here, and we're just gonna listen to some of the sweet sounds of this master at work.
Oh yeah. Alright, trim that up.
Now, Todd Birch or anyone else from the School of Com, if you're listening, this isn't dead air. This is just a quiet moment where we observe some succulent sounds.
Oh yeah. And there we go. We're getting it all together. We're gonna connect that punch right here. There we go. There we go. And we are almost done, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah. He's finished the super amazing, super awesome fight scene.
Oh yeah.
And now he's just wrapping it all up with the finishing remarks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for this movie.
Next time I missed.
I'm looking at the footage, and frankly, I cannot tell the difference between this and the latest Avengers film. This looks just like the Marvels.
Yeah, and we did this all on $0. So take that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Let that be a lesson. Even you can make a movie. It doesn't need to be a movie. Maybe you want to make a painting. Maybe you don't want to make anything at all. Maybe you want to play baseball or fight in the UFC.
Oh yeah.
Or walk up a really big hill. Whatever it is in life that you think is impossible and only professionals can do, that's bold. You can do it.
Oh yeah.
Au contraire, the big bad barracuda.
How's it looking, Caleb? Are we almost there?
It's looking good. What you want to do is do one run through just to make sure everything looks perfect, and then you can move on to the next step, which we'll do shortly.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh yeah. Man, this is thrilling. This is so amazing.
Oh, yeah, this looks remarkable.
This is the movie of my dreams.
Next time I missed.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect.
that's wonderful.
Now we're finished with that. We're gonna go put the music in now. Do some little bit of sound
yeah.
design.
Do you have the airdrop open on your computer?
I will double check that. I think I should. I'd be surprised. It should be open.
It should be open.
It should be. It's probably that one. Hopefully.
Let's hope so. I would hate to make a movie without any music.
Oh yeah.
Even during the silent era, movies had film, whether it was a record that was playing or a live orchestra or just a man on piano. They would always play music with it because no one can just sit and look at silent images that long, unless they're deaf, but that's not really a choice now, is it?
Oh yeah. It looks like it might not be doing it. So what we could do is if you want, depending on what type of file it is, you could Gmail it to me, and I can totally download
I can
it.
just Gmail that to you right now.
Yeah. Just have some clacking sounds just going into my email.
So I'm gonna email this to Caleb real quick so we can get it.
Perfect. And it's on my
It's
school
sending
email.
right now. Give it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be so awesome, you guys.
This is gonna be the most epic film we've ever made.
We should do a red carpet premiere for it. We really should.
We really should. This deserves to go into the film festival. Which also, by the way, if you're a film major or just like watching movies, make sure to book your tickets at the Orpheum Theater for May 3rd, I believe, for the NEU Film Festival. There'll be so much fun there. If you're 21, there's drinks. It'll be a blast.
That's May 3rd, the NAU Film Festival at the Orpheum Theater.
Book your
Be
tickets.
there or be square. There'll be so many cool movies in there.
Yeah.
What movies? We don't know yet. They don't decide that until just before. So if you're into all those little blind bag type treats they sell in all the Walmarts and Targets, it's basically that but with movies.
Yeah. And the first 5 people to see us will give you an autograph of some sort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Such a terrific autograph.
Absolutely.
I don't know why it's taking so long to send. It's honestly bothering me a little bit.
It's a LTE right now. You know, it's a funny, ironic thing I say all the time because we're in the communications building and the lack of signal to communicate is very, very upsetting.
So true.
Oh yeah, it's very odd. We're gonna try a few more options.
Let me share it. Try that one more time.
Oh yeah. If it doesn't work, this could be a nice bonus we can do later. So for people who want to tune in for the actual final film later today or tomorrow, whenever Mikey wants to post it, you can get the full experience. So right now you can see all the behind the scenes, but you can see it all together. So if it all else fails, you just do that.
That is a very good point.
Oh yeah. For now,
Oh, it just sent.
it did?
Yeah.
Okay. Airdrop, please?
Wonderful. There we go. No, I emailed it to you.
Email, perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, perfect. I found it. So,
Oh, let's go, folks. Now we're cooking with fire.
yeah. Perfect. So we got that. And now we're gonna take this audio file and put it in our editing software now. This is gonna be great.
Ooh,
So,
I love the way he says that. Software.
software.
Software. What a soft word that is.
Yeah.
Software. Everyone at home, say it with me. Software.
Software. Let
See?
every syllable hang
Oh, yeah.
for every minute, second you can hold it at. Software.
It's like a big savory steak coming out of your mouth. Doesn't it just feel so nice?
Oh, yeah.
Software.
Perfect. Awesome. So I just put the music in the timeline of where our film is.
Awesome.
I'm going to reduce it in the spirit of Alluring audio to make it a little more quieter.
Perfect.
So definitely. So I'm going to go to audio gain. You might not know what that is, but it's to adjust the volume of your audio. So we're going to make it very soft. We're going to put -10 just to make it a little bit softer.
Look at that. Not only are we listening today, we're also learning.
Oh yeah. And just because our dialogue is a little bit soft, what we could do is I'm going to raise up all the audio on the camera so it can at least be heard through all the music. So I'm going to raise it 15 decibels, which is a very nice thing. And we will see how this sounds. So I'm going to go.
Or we will hear how this sounds.
Exactly.
Look at that.
What is happening, New York? This is the Big Bad Barracuda sending you the zestiest songs.
It's sounding really good so far, you guys. This is up for the Oscar for Best Sound Mixing and Sound Editing. I say it's up for both because the Academy doesn't know the difference.
Triple B, otherwise this fish is about to get fisted.
Oh, this is epic. I'm loving this.
Oh, this is awesome. I think this movie's ready for a color grade.
Oh, I think so.
Has the freshest beats on the air. You'll find it's the iron that's about to get fisted.
Yeah, this is looking so great, you guys.
Now, side note, the audio is a little bit short, so I put it to start later in the film, but that works well with us because the audio now is longer than the film, and that means we can get to the final part later, the most important part, and and that's credits. So we can do that. But for now, as Mikey said, we're gonna color grade it, make it the colors pop, make it look so sexy, so enchanting that you can't take your eyes off it at all.
I love photo editing, and I love color correcting because it's basically the same thing but on moving photos.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, because I think I've taught you all enough today on editing, so I'm gonna pass it to my man Mikey. Who
The
knows
high will
color.
be 61 degrees Fahrenheit today.
Shut the fuck up, Siri. Nobody gives a shit.
Oh yeah. But anyway, I'm not good at coloring, but Mikey is. So I'm gonna pass it along, and he might teach you a thing or two. So here you go, take it away.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create what we call an adjustment layer in the industry. And that's just a little thing that you can drop onto your timeline. And it'll make changes to your movie based off what you tell it to do. I'm going to do a very simple but very cinematic color grade lot. And if you pay attention in a lot of movies, what they do is they've got very orange, very warm highlights and very cool blue shadows. So we'll lean into that cinematic look. And I'm really gonna up the colors because I like very saturated images.
Oh yeah, we want them
What I'm
to
gonna
pop
do here
out.
is go into the color wheel section so that I can manipulate the different colors and brightness of each part of the image with the shadows and the midtones. I'm going to bring the midtones a bit purple because this is a very green looking image.
Oh yeah.
And now I'll just raise up the highlights and make those very orange. And just like that, we have a very cinematic looking movie. And so now real quick, we'll just have Caleb drop in a title card and some super fast credits.
Oh yeah.
And then our movie will be done.
Exactly.
Now, Caleb, I know you get very excited about doing the credits. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why you love credits so much?
I just love it because you can make them very stylized, you can make them very crazy, but I think the most important part is that you give the appreciation for all the hard work that goes into it, because some of you may not know when you watch a movie is that 2-hour movie probably took months to make, and that was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to put in, a lot of dedication and hard work and sacrifice that you need to make sure to really credit who brought this film to life. So that's what makes credits just the most amazing part of the filmmaking experience at all.
Very true. I mean, I know we made it look easy, just two guys in an hour banging together a masterpiece, but it truly does take months, and it takes an army to get these made. Not just the directors and the actors, but there's producers, cinematographers, key grips who work on the lighting. People build all the sets and costumes, and there's people who feed all of that. Every single thing that you see and hear on the screen was put together by a team of very talented, very hardworking people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm eyeballing this title card you're making, and it's already looking so sick, so awesome.
Why, thank you, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna add some colors here just to make it really cool here, you know?
Yeah, that's looking so sick.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play around with it because the name, as you'll see here soon when you watch the final film, I'm making sure that our names on the title card match to the colors we're wearing right now. It's a little nice thing I want to touch up, so you might see some nice electric blues from the Big Bad Barracuda and a little bit of yellow and green from the Iron Fist. So we're gonna really play around, just have some fun with it. That's the fun thing about film. You don't have to be serious about it. You can have fun. Some people think it's too serious, but it's a joy. It's really fun. Just go ball with it.
Yeah, I think that color thing's a very cool idea.
Oh yeah.
And there's something to be said about a good title card. I think that's something even average audience goers appreciate, is a great title card. Personally, my first big memory with the title card was when I saw Avatar in theaters way back in 2009, and the movie ends and it just goes through the fog in the trees of Pandora. The music rises and see Avatar. Oh, it blew my little 8-year-old mind. That was one of those films that really set me on the path I'm on today.
Absolutely.
I'm here learning how to make movies and making little movies for all of you.
James Cameron changed his lives. That's for sure right there. All right. So next up, I just got the title card done. We're gonna do a more condensed version of credits. So since it's only the two of us, I'm just gonna put directed, written, acted by us two. And then that should finish up the film right there.
Yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said. And then once those are placed, we'll export it, and you folks will have the latest and greatest Marvel movie.
Oh yeah.
And Disney, please don't sue us. This is a fan film made for no money, and we're not going to be making any money off of this.
Exactly.
Because the real prize is the art itself. I think that's something that Hollywood loses sometimes.
Perfect. And so, we got it out right here. We're almost
Let's get
done.
some sound bites of these credits being written.
Oh yeah. There we go. Now,
We're at the finish line, folks. We're right there.
oh yeah.
We are so close.
Alright. Then we're gonna apply a fade. It's very simple, but it'll be nice.
That
And
is
now,
quite nice.
I think we're ready. I think the film is ready to be exported now.
I do have one note, just some creative input, because this is a collaborative effort. I would prefer if we put the title card at the beginning of the film.
You know, that's a good
Yeah.
point, because some people want to know, as soon as they're going to go into a film, they want to see what it's about. And the title card says a lot, so we definitely should let our audience know. Definitely. I like that.
And there's no written rule on it. You can place the card in the beginning, you can place it in the end, you can place it 15 minutes in, just whatever you find works best for your film. It's
Oh, yeah.
like Bob Ross said, this is your world. You're the master here.
I'm going to do a little bit of a fade here.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Because we're fading into the film to set the stage, make it dramatic, so definitely going to want to do that.
There's something to be said about a good dramatic fade.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're almost done. Just putting it all together.
Oh, we've got a full timeline here, folks, that is ready for export.
Oh,
Would you
yeah.
look at that? You're going to be looking at it. You're going to love this movie.
Oh, yeah, this looks
Oh, that looks
perfection.
so good.
Now, you want to export. So for Adobe Premiere, they use something called Media Encoder, and it's a software that helps really put everything together into one file. So it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, let's encode this media.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna.
And you can just put it right there on the drive. I'll upload it with the file for this video.
Perfect, and I'm gonna give it the file name, a title, because you should always be good at categorizing your media.
Otherwise, you won't know where it is.
Yep. So call it IFVBBB because, you know, we have to make sure our input and output settings are the same. Make sure the aspect ratio is fine. The frames per second, it looks beautiful. It's all the same, so we can
yeah.
export now.
If you pay attention to a lot of the older Alluring audio episodes, I did not pay attention to what Caleb was saying about making sure my output settings were the same as my input. So even though I shot these wonderful HD 16:9 videos, they came out as these 3:2 480p looking pieces of ass.
Oh, yeah.
But I still treasure each one of those episodes
It's-
because those ones weren't about the video.
Oh, yeah.
They're about the sound.
Speaking of which, too, in the amount of time you talked right there, because we shot at HD, which, by the way, HD is one of the best, but low qualities. If you want to just do like nice picture looks, but don't want to get too fancy with it, it's very easy to use. But as I was saying, because we used it in HD, we just exported it. It took 8 seconds.
That's
So,
remarkable.
oh yeah, so now it's all finished, and now we post it, distribute it, maybe win some awards. We will have to see.
Well, that being said, that's a wrap.
That
We
is
did
a
it.
wrap.
We made a movie. I hope you all enjoyed getting to see it be made in action, and I know you're gonna love this little masterpiece we put together. Caleb, do you have any last words you would like to say to the listeners at home?
That's a good question. This is a question that really gives me a lot of pressure, but if I was to say anything, always stay positive, eat your vitamins and vegetables, never give up on your dreams no matter what. You got this, and we will get through this together. I believe in you.
Those were some of our most beautiful last words. Thank you. And thank you all for listening. God bless you all, and have a good night.